Hello everybody, welcome. My Wi-Fi is kind of unstable right now, so if it glitches out, I'm sorry, can't really do anything about it. Anyway, today we're doing Ace Attorney, which was highly requested, surprisingly. I literally didn't know anything about this game until one of my friends, so I didn't think it was gonna be that popular, but that's what we're doing. And I made a little thing for it. Where'd it go? This. I made this. I love it. I spent like an hour doing this, even though it should not have taken an hour. Also, I made a new little emoji thing, which I don't know how to bring up, for follows. So let me find that real quick. It shouldn't be hard to find it. It's right there at the beginning. Of course it's not full screen. Okay. There we go. I made that like in 5 minutes just a little bit ago while I was waiting to start. Isn't that cute? And it's gonna pop up whenever someone follows now instead of just the default. I want to make a whole bunch of other ones. Anyway, let me switch over. Does anyone know if it is a top or a bottom screen game? I'm gonna try bottom screen and hope that is correct. I've only opened this game to see if it works, so I know nothing about it. Damn it, why me? I wish this thing had voice acting. I don't like reading that much. I've gotta find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it. Man, I wish I could do voices too. If I could do voices, this would be great. I think it might be a top screen game. So I was wrong. Let me switch that then. There we go. Now it's a little better. Right. Oh, hiya, Chief. I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. Says a lot about you, and your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? Yes. Actually, I kinda owe my current job to him. It's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over. My life, everything, it's all over. Isn't that your client screaming over there? Yeah, that's him. Death, despair, oh. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna die. It sounds like he wants to die. Well, no kidding. He just said that. Yeah. Oh man. I know very little about this game, so I don't know any of these characters. I wasn't exactly expecting this. Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Nick, you gotta tell me who took my baby away. person responsible for your girlfriend's death. The newspapers say it was you. The name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. I don't know how a murder case is simple. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy was arrested. The guy they arrested was the unlucky, oh my gosh, I can't read, sap dating her. Larry Butts, my best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. My mic's like in front of the words, so it's making it even harder to read it. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. Hold on a second. I don't know how to do that. But I know oh my goodness. I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. Man, it's been too long of a day already. I can't read things. That and I owe him one, which is why I took the case to clear his name. And that's just what I'm gonna do. Hold on a second. Oh my gosh, OBS, please work for 2 seconds. Okay, thank you. My OBS doesn't like to work sometimes. I probably should have read what was on screen, but I didn't. The court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge for your client's sake. I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. Oh, this isn't good. I don't know anything about law. Like, at all. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant. Oh, man, I should be paying attention more. I think the defendant is Larry. Like I said, I don't know anything about law, including what half this stuff means. Just keep your wits about you and you'll be fine. Well, I would assume if he just got out of law school, he would know all this. And he shouldn't need to be tested. Me, on the other hand, don't know anything. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name? I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover so many times. I don't know it. Oh, he forgot to. That's okay. Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name. Oh, the victim. Of course, I know the victim's name. I just forgot temporarily. I think you feel a migraine coming on. Look, the defendant's name is listed in the court record. Just touch the court record button to check it at any time, okay? Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you. Why would I do it for her? I don't know her. Who is the victim? Cindy. Okay. Cinderblood. What a fun name. The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Now, tell me, what was the cause of death? I think it was hit with a blunt object. I didn't actually read that far. Yeah. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. This isn't gonna go well for me. I forget so much information so quickly. Well then. First, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne? Yes, Your Honor. As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what the object was? The murder weapon was the statue of the Thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Touch the court record button to check the court record frequently. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand. Chief, what do I do now? He went to law school. How does he not know what to do? I know I wouldn't know, but he would. Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that... Dang it, I clicked it. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. Ahem. Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy. We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Anthony. Didn't they all die? I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me, ever. What's it to you, anyway? Mr. Butts, what you describe is generally what we mean by getting dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies, all of it, lies. I don't believe a word of it. Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. Indeed. She appears to have returned the day before the murder. Dude, no way. The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies. Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. I kind of want to see. Well, Mr. Butts. Dude, no way. That cheating she-dog. I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm going to get to the bottom of this. Let's continue with the trial. I believe the accused motive is clear to everyone. Yes, quite. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you or did you not? Well, maybe I did and maybe I didn't. Yeah, I was there. I went. I don't like reading all their inside thoughts. It's just too much. Order. Well, Mr. Butts. Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man, so, like, I didn't see her. Objection! Your Honor, the defendant is lying. Lying? The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying. Well, that simplifies matters. Who was your witness? The man who found the victim's body, just before making the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. Order. Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness. Yes, Your Honor. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sahit to the stand. One of the things I did know about this game was the puns in their names. It's terrible. Mr. Sahit, you sell newspaper subscriptions. Is this correct? Oh yes, newspapers, yes. You may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1:00 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building. Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sahit used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal. Now, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. You may begin your cross-examination. Alright, Wright, this is it, the real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Why, you exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave. He was lying? Your client is innocent, right? Then then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness' testimony to the evidence at hand. Man, I can't read. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay. Is it gonna reread everything he said? Because I don't remember any of it. Oh, it is. That's good. Wait, what am I... Oh, wait, I don't think I should have, done that. I just didn't know how to go look at the records again. I see it. What happened next? I don't know. So how do I look at the evidence from here? I mean, I can't see anything. Maybe I'm just not paying that good of attention. Oh, it says the time of death is 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Okay, so that would be it. Oh, okay, so I go through it all, then look, and then go through it again. Got it. Okay, is he gonna say something about it? Yes, absolutely. He seems really confident. Doesn't that seem strange to you? Present some evidence. You found the body at 1 p.m. You're sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at sometime after 4 p.m. There was nobody no body. Oh, that's terrible. He's a lawyer, man. Shouldn't be making jokes in the courtroom. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? Oh, that. Oh. This is trivial. The witness has merely forgotten the time. After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sutton, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? Gee, that's a really good question. Great job. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one and their whole story falls apart. Wait, I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? You see, when I found the body, I heard it at the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Wait. No for this one. I gotta get through it just to make sure, though. Just gonna spam this button. Where was it? This. From noon to 6 p.m. There was no electricity. What would I put that on? I guess it doesn't really matter.
Objection!
Hold it right there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery, and this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. I'm assuming this is supposed to be set in a time without mobile phones. So she could not have been watching a video on like a laptop or anything. That's what I'm getting. The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sod? No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Wait, I remember now. Mr. Sod? The court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That, and you seem rather distraught. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Sod. Let's hear your testimony one more, please. Once more, sorry. Actually, I didn't hear the time, I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment. A video playing that you can't even see and a clock that you can visually see is completely different. The game was made in 2001, which is why there are no smartphones. Ah, got it. I should have known that. I looked up the game to see if it was within my time frame that I normally have games from. Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. You saw a clock. I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Gladly. Oh, I don't know for this time. See. Oh. That one's an easy one. Easy. Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was this statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? You with your objections and your evidence. Just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Sod. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may. Yes, Mr. Payne. As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies. I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. But then he saw the time, is what he said. But that guy just said that if you tilt it, it says the time. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly, a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he knew the victim or went into the apartment. How would I know this one? I don't know how to tell this one. I'm just gonna guess that he knew the victim. Tell me, isn't it true that you knew the victim? In fact, you were one of her sugar daddies. Be frank with us, Mr. Sot. Frank? I'm always frank. Your Honor, we have complete records of the victim's relationships. Mr. Frank Sot does not appear anywhere. Aw, man. The witness knew it was a clock because... Okay, so I got it wrong. You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it. Prove I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Sot, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. The voice was burned into your mind. That's why you're so certain about the time. What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? That day, I never... Look, the clock, I heard no... Oh, I'm not saying all that. Oh. It was him, I tell you. I saw him. He killed her, and he should burn. Burn. Give him death. Order. Order in the court, I say. Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims. Mr. Wright, Your Honor, you claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? We do? A fact which is clear if you simply, try sounding the clock, I would guess. Sound the clock now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully. That certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker, after all. So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely, the discrepancy between what Mr. Sot heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sot, try to talk your way out of this one. You forgot one thing. Well, it may seem like that clock is running 3 hours slow. It proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. Would that be the check the batteries part? I don't know. Or it'll give me different options. Seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sot. I come all the way down here to testify and look what happens. They treat me like a criminal. A criminal! You lawyers are all slime. I almost had him. There's nothing I can do about it now. Not so fast, Mr. Sod? Mia, I mean Chief. Listen up, right? Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think. But Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes, but that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow, and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason, and you'll have your proof. Can you think of a reason as to why the clock could be 3 hours slow? To be honest, no. How am I supposed to know that? I know you could figure it out. Something that can show why the clock is 3 hours slow. I don't know. Is it because of the Paris time? I don't know what Paris time compares to this is. But that's the only thing I could think of. You say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Do you have evidence to prove this? Yes, Your Honor. I believe I have the evidence that can prove my claim. I'd like to see that. Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock is running slow. The only thing I can think of is the passport, because it's probably the only thing we haven't used. Take that! The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. I didn't know that. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Saw It, or should I say, Mr. Didn't? Who sets their clocks for the place they're going to, like on a trip, unless they took their clock with them? But that'd be weird. Who would take a weird little statue clock on some trip to Paris? Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your client, he was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly and find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds defendant Mr. Larry Butts not guilty. Yeah, I don't know if I'm smart enough for this game. And with that, the court is adjourned. Turns out that Frank Saw It was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Saw It let himself in to do his dirty work. How does he know all this? While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Saw It grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. I still can't believe we won. Good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Oh my goodness. You're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Windy's gone, man. Gone forever. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts, innocent. Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner? Movie? My treat. Oh no, I couldn't. Dang, he's moving on already. That's crazy, man. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present. The clock? Wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Why didn't he say anything? Maybe he couldn't. I don't know how court works that well. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you want to just cry? Are you so sure? Excuse me? Why would he say that? That's terrible. Just be normal. I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. No, you don't gotta sympathize with me. Oh, I'm not just sympathizing. Really? Isn't that right? Don't you have something to show your friend? Larry is just a fucking idiot. Okay, well, that's good to know. Do we have to deal with him a lot throughout the game? I hope not. What the heck is she talking about? Dude, I don't know. I don't know what she is talking about. I wasn't paying attention. I don't even remember what she said. I'll just try everything. This is a clock you made for her, Larry. She took it with her when she traveled. Oh. How do they know that? No, nobody ever said that she took it with her. Not once. She probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. I don't like that there's no music. It's too quiet. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner on me? We'll drink a toast to innocent butts. I wish I had the option to say no, because I don't really want to. Unless that's not a cut scene that I have to read. In that case, I'm fine. Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. Yeah, part at least. You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks? And so, my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends." But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay me, unless you count the clock he gave to Mia. I didn't know it then. That clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. Dan, does she get murdered too? Probably. Dang, that took us like an hour. That's crazy. Hello, this is Maya. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Sorry, I've been so busy. How have you been? Well, lonely. It's all your fault. Nah, I'm just teasing. I've been great. I'm finally getting used to having my own place. That's good to hear. Actually, I'm calling because I have a favor to ask. I know. You want me to hold evidence for you. Sharp as always. There's a lot of buzz about the upcoming trial. I just don't feel safe keeping the evidence here. I gotcha. So what is it this time? It's a clock. A clock. Yeah, it's made to look like that statue, the Thinker, and it tells you the time. I thought you might like it. You always like toys. Hey, I'm not a little girl anymore. No. You know I'm only teasing. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. It's not working? That's lame. I didn't take the clock work out. Sorry. I put some papers inside it instead. Papers? Is that the evidence then? Well, there's a possibility that it might turn out that way, yes. Can you come by the office tonight, say 9 o'clock, to pick it up? I'll be in a pre-trial meeting until then. Okay, but I expect dinner, something good, like burgers. I could really go for a good burger. Okay, we'll hit the usual joint. Dinner at 9 p.m. is crazy. I know some people do that, but I don't eat dinner that late, like ever. I'll be waiting. Now, Miss Faye, I'll take what's mine, the papers. I'm sorry, but I can't give you what I don't have. Miss Faye, you are a poor liar. Why, I see it right over there. That must be the Thinker that swallowed those papers. How could you know? You are not conspicuous of my background. Gathering information is my business, you see. I should have been more careful. My dear Miss Faye, I'm so very sorry, but I'm afraid I must ask you one more thing. Your eternal silence. Farewell. She does die. Red, white, blue. Well, that sucks. I'm late. Huh, that's strange. Chief must have gone home already. She said her sister was coming over, so we should all go out for dinner. What's that smell? Blood? Mia. Should examine. this, or did they just click, or? I don't think there's anything to examine here. That smell. Blood. Someone's there. Chief? Who are you? The strange girl dropped out cold. I left her lying on the office sofa. I went back to the chief where she lay under the window. Her body was still warm. I could feel it when I held her shoulder. Then, all too quickly, it began to fade, until finally she was cold. Oh, so now we can examine. Okay. It's hard seeing her like this, but if there are any clues here, she was struck in the head with a blunt object. She probably died instantly. The thinker, lying next to her, must have been the murder weapon. There are some glass shards near the chief's body. Must be pieces of the glass light stand, lying broken in the back of the room. A piece of paper. It must have fallen from Mia's hand. What could it be? The word is written in blood on a scrap of paper. Maya, did Mia write this? This piece of paper is a receipt from a department store, dated yesterday. I think that's enough scooping around for now. I'd better call the police and find out what that girl was doing here. I feel like you should have called the police first. But maybe that's just me. That girl just now. Where'd she go? I put her right there on the sofa. I hope she didn't run on me. Don't scare me like that. Excuse me, but who are you? It's okay, I work here. Maya. Maya Fey. Maya. So Mia was writing this girl's name. Maybe I should show her the receipt. I never thought there'd be a use for evidence like this outside the courtroom. Excuse me, can you tell me what happened? I came in. The room was dark. And sis. So she was already dead. So, you're the chief's sister. I'm her younger sister. And you were here, visiting? This late at night? Yes. She said she wanted me to keep some evidence for her. Evidence? Yes. It was that clock. It was the thinker. I feel like that would be illegal. To have someone else keep the evidence. Before Mia died, she wrote a message with her own blood. She wrote it on the back of this receipt. That's my name. Why would she write my name? Please, just calm down. Why would sis write my name? I better hurry up and call the police. Again, he should have done that a while ago. I don't know if she would need to know about that. This was lying next to the chief. I know, I saw it there too. I thought they might be pieces of the light stand. Maybe. About the thinker. That was... Okay, well... Can you call the police now? Or can I just go back and forth between here? Is that it? Is there anything else in here that we can do? Oh, I guess so. I'd better call the police. Finally! That's funny. A few of the screws on the receiver are missing. Looks like someone was halfway through taking it apart. Police, please, come quick. Someone was screaming from outside the window. She's staring right at me. She's holding a phone in her hand. Well, that's not good. Surprisingly, the chief was never good with machines. But all she used as PC was for email. She picked up this ancient Model at some garage sale for practically nothing. I mean, if it works, it works. Anything else? Oh, there's a chair. The chief's chair. A simple, functional design. It was pretty good to sit in, too. That's it? That's all you have to say about it? Bookshelf. All the chief's important documents are packed in here. This is where she filed her case records and recent rulings. Okay, fine. There's nothing else. Yeah, I think that's about it. There's a large building right across from the office. The Gatewater Hotel, a nice, luxurious place. Okay, I'm done. The police. Sounds like they're coming this way. Freeze, police. Alright, I'm Detective Dick Gumshoe. What an odd name. We received a report from the building across the way. Got a person saying they saw a murder. Must have been that woman I saw. Anyway, I don't want either of you moving 1 inch. Great, just great. Maya, wait. She wouldn't have. Excuse me. This word, Maya here, mean anything to you? That's my name. What? The victim drew this here note in her own blood, see? With her dying breath, she wrote down the killer's name. Killer? I'm not. Case closed. You're coming down to the precinct? Yeah, precinct. What? Mia's younger sister, Maya, was arrested on the spot. I was taken in for questioning and didn't get out until the next morning. My eyes were heavy, but I couldn't sleep. I sat around, waiting for visiting hours to begin at the detention center. I had to talk to Maya as soon as possible. Wow, they have poor Maya locked up like a criminal. It's you, the lawyer. Good morning. Are you going to be my attorney? Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. I think we kind of have to. I don't think we can say no. Maybe we can, but... First things first, I better get her cheered up. Yeah, of course I will. Cheer up. Really? What? What's wrong? You don't think I can do it? No, no one could. Who would believe me? Even you, when you found me in the office, you looked at me like I had done it. Did I look at her like that? No, I never thought. It's okay, I understand. And I've also heard about you. Heard? Heard what about me? I was talking to my sister on the phone the other day. Today was my junior partner's first time in court. Wow, really? How'd that go? It was quite the scene. Honestly, I was on edge the whole time. It's been a while. Huh, so he crashed and burned? He's a genius. One of those strike fear into the hearts of evil types. The only thing he's lacking is experience. Huh, sounds like it was fun. Well, I know who to go to if I ever get into trouble now. I don't know, Maya. I think you might want to wait. Give him 3 more years. That is, unless you want to be found guilty. That's what she said. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to trouble you. No, it's okay. It's true, I guess. But at the same time, I can't just sit and watch. When I think of the person who did this to Maya, or Mia, dang it, I hate when people name their children with very similar names. Examine things in here? Guess so. This guard monitors the visitor's room. He hasn't moved an inch. A real pro, this guy. Smile for the camera. Anything else? Nope. The office is filled with police officers. They're all busily searching for clues. Hey, you there. This is a crime scene, pal. No trespassing. Sorry. Don't I know you from somewhere? Wait. You're that Butts guy, aren't you? No. Phoenix Wright. How could anyone mistake me for Larry? Guess I got the wrong name, Mr. Wright. Sorry about that. The Butts guy. He was a killer. And you're no killer, right? He was proven innocent. Right. And you were... Detective Gumshoe. Gumshoe, wasn't it? Right, at your service. Hang on. That's Detective Gumshoe to you, pal. Anyway, get the name right. And don't go calling me Dick. Hey, get over here. Yes, sir. Be right there. You're her lawyer, right, pal? So if you got business here, you'd better do it quick. I remember it had this bizarre name no one could even remember. Cordyline Stricta. Who was that? An old movie poster. Apparently, this was the first movie that made Mia cry when she saw it. I'll have to check it out one of these days. More books. There's a horrendous amount of legal books here. Scarier, still, is that Mia probably read all of these. You should lawyer up, because I'm pressing charges. Charges for what, Def? What have I done? The sky is blue, and so am I. There's a hotel, right across the way. I think that's everything in here. For you being too cool. Thank you, Dev. That's just gonna take us back there. Can I talk to anyone? How could I talk to Mia? Oh, about Mia. About Miss Faye. Did she do an autopsy? You want to know the results? Now don't you look at me like that, pal. It's no use. She might have been your boss, but that doesn't mean you get any special treatment. Alright. You can see the report. Hooray! About Maya. I'm looking forward to the trial. Sorry, pal, but this is one trial you aren't going to win. Why do you say that? The city's put Prosecutor Edgeworth on the prosecution. I'm sure you know what that means. You being a lawyer. I don't know what it means. Prosecutor Edgeworth. That's right, pal. Mr. Miles Edgeworth himself. Who is that again? Is that the guy in your house, Callie? I don't know. I don't remember people too well. Wait, you do know him, don't you? I do not. Never heard of him. Whoa, and you call yourself a lawyer, pal? About 4 years ago, this Edgeworth guy became a prosecutor at the age of 20. Everyone says he's a genius. Surprised you don't know him? Of course I know him. I was just playing dumb. He's a cold, heartless machine who will do anything to get a guilty verdict. Yes, it is. Oh. Oh, I'm so glad you guys moved him out of the hallway, by the way. He scares me every time I walk in your house. You love Miles Edgeworth. Okay. All I know for sure is that Edgeworth hates crime with an almost abnormal passion. I never imagined I'd be facing him so soon. Wait, maybe I should look at the autopsy report real quick. Single blunt force trauma, death was instantaneous. Okay. Did I ever look at any of these? No. I don't really care that much. Did I ever talk to her? I didn't. There's something I've been wanting to ask you. What's with that outfit? Oh, this? This is what all acolytes wear. It's my uniform, you could say. Acolytes? Like people in religious training? What is it you do? Oh, it's nothing strange, really. I'm a spirit medium, in training. A spirit medium? I'm pretty sure that qualifies as strange. Well, who is he to judge? Could you tell me about the day of the murder? Yes, let's see. That morning, I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial. Evidence? Yes, that clock shaped like the thinker. The one Larry made. How could that have been evidence in a case? Right. She said something about that. I remember. Do you want to hear it in her own voice? Her own voice? Yes. I'm pretty sure our conversation is on my cell phone. You recorded it? Yeah, I forgot how to delete those things. So, you say you have a conversation with your sister on your cell phone. Let's hear it. I just remembered. That detective took my cell phone. Well, yeah. They normally take your stuff when you go to jail. Next time I see Detective Gumshoe, I'll ask him for it. I'll write you a note so you don't forget, okay? Sure, thanks. So you're an acolyte. A medium in training. That's right. The Faye family, especially the woman, have always been very sensitive to the spirit world. Wait a second, you said the Faye family. So, Mia was into this stuff too. Of course. She left the mountain to follow her career, she said. Her powers were first class, too. I had no idea. Wait, what? So you're a real, honest-to-goodness spirit medium, with ESP and all that? Yes, in training. Well, can't you contact me as spirit then? can just ask her who killed her. I'm sorry. I'm still in training. I couldn't do something on that level. I thought that would be too easy. Huh, something the matter? I was wondering, could I ask you a favor? This is the address of a famous lawyer. My sister gave me this a long time ago. She said if I was ever in trouble, I should call him. And well, I'm in trouble. Do you think you could go ask him to represent me? Do I have it? Can I see it? No. It's gonna be that, what was his name? Miles Edgeworth. Thank you so much. I have no one else to turn to. Say, what about your parents? I see. Don't worry. Leave it to me. Thank you. The trial's tomorrow at 10 o'clock. What? Tomorrow? Tomorrow. What if this guy refuses? They told me that if I don't find one, the state will pick an attorney to defend me. When will that happen? They've given me until 4 o'clock this afternoon. And visiting hours are almost up. I'd better hurry. Right. I'll be back. Can you tell me about the day of the murder? Sorry, I know it must be hard. No, it's okay. All I've been doing the last few hours is talking about it. I've kind of gotten used to it. Let's see. That morning, I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial. Practically qualifies as a serial murderer by now. So then, when did you arrive at the office? It was right around 9 o'clock. The lights were off, and I could smell blood. Then I found her, my sister. Thanks, Maya. That's all I need to hear for now. Hold on. Not that. This. It said that death was instantaneous, but apparently she wrote it in her own blood. That doesn't make much sense to me. Maybe that'll come up though. Okay. Fun fact. Phoenix cannot drive, so whenever he moves to different locations, he's just riding his bike or walking, or sometimes using public transportation. That's interesting. I like to think about him just running in between these places. Like just full on sprinting in his suit. According to the receptionist, the big boss is out. She couldn't say when he'd be back. It must be hard to keep track of everything when you're a famous lawyer. Not to mention run an office like this. I guess I'll have to come back later. That painting has been bugging me ever since I stepped in here. The oil paint is so thick, it's practically giving me a stuffed nose. I'm sure the price is nothing to sneeze at either, for that matter. Oops. An expensive potted plant. No idea what kind of plant it is, but it's probably the most expensive one available. I think that might still be the plant. A solid mahogany desk. The wood's been polished to a deep luster. Those things are expensive too. Expensive looking mahogany bookshelves, filled with expensive looking books. Funny. They don't look like they've ever been read. Anything else then? That might not be the plant. Oh, it's not. A table for clients. An elegant... I don't know how to say that. And I'm not mistaken, that lighter is made of solid gold. Even I can tell someone here has got money to burn. Okay. Well, where am I supposed to go now? I'll go back to the law office. Where already talked with him, so I can't really do anything. I don't think there's anything else to examine. Can I present anything to him? Is there anything worth presenting? Oh, maybe the glass. I might need to know about that. There was broken glass at the crime scene, right? Oh, that? Seems like a glass stand next to the victim fell over. Glass shards were pieces of the broken stand. Oh. So they already know about that. I think he already knew about this. Given the condition of the writing, it's hard to say if it's her handwriting or not. Oh, so I was right. That those are inconsistent. When it comes to dealing with lawyers, fight fair and square is our motto. It makes me as death seem so routine. Okay, well, I'm gonna try going back to the detention center then. What is it? Did you meet the lawyer? Sorry, I haven't seen him yet. I see. Well, what am I supposed to do? What about your family? I only had my sister. My father died when I was very young, and I don't know where my mother is. So she could still be alive. The women in my family have been mediums for generations. They say that ESP runs in our blood. About 15 years ago, our family was involved in an incident. There was a man, and he ruined our mother's life. After that, she disappeared. Several years after that, my sister announced she would become a lawyer, and she left the mountain. So, you live by yourself? Yes, I've gotten used to it. Oh, awesome. I had to become independent, or I would lose my ESP. I feel bad for her, all by herself, up on that mountain. So, who was this man who, ruined your mother's life? About 15 years ago, there was an unusual murder case. It made quite a stir. Everyone was talking about it, apparently. Police were running out of leads, and they were getting desperate. Wait, they didn't use a spirit medium, did they? The police convinced my mother to try and contact the victim. Wow, so what happened? The case was solved. We thought. You thought? The man my mother helped the police capture was innocent. The police's consultation with a medium had been carried out in secret, of course. But a man found out about it and leaked it to the press. He told all the papers that my mother was a fraud, and the media jumped on it big time. My mother became the laughingstock of the nation. Oh look, my cute little thing popped up. Thank you. Excuse me? White? That was his name. My sister told me. White. That's all I get to know about it? Okay. We have 3 places to go. Anything else here? No. What am I supposed to do? I guess I'm presenting her with all the stuff. Sorry, I've never seen that before. Any idea why she... Absolutely none. Do you trust me? Why? Don't you think I did it too? No, I don't. It's just a hunch, but that detective thinks I did it. I think I already showed this to her. Hello, thank you, thank you. Okay, so we did give that to her. What else am I supposed to do? Oh, we hit our goal! Hooray! Wait, how do I change it now? It's been a bit. I forgot. Oh wait, hold on, I figured it out. I think I'll do that later though. It kind of takes a bit. I have actually no idea what to do right now. Because I've tried talking to everybody. There's nothing else I can examine. Because I already did those. I mean, I can go back here again. And there's nothing. I've already examined everything. Help, Callie, what do I do? I think I just gave all this stuff to him. Did I give him that? I was wondering, did you see Maya Faye's cell phone? I guess I didn't give him that. Do you think you could get that back? Sure. I mean, wait a second, pal. Tricky lawyer. If I tell him why it was there, there's no way he'll give it to me. Oh, why I want it. Man, I can't read at all. Oh no, it's just, you know, detective. Nope, I know nothing, pal. That cell phone has a lot of numbers on it, like her boyfriend's. Representing the note paper. I just... The cell phone holds a little girl's sweetest and spiciest secrets. You're trying to confuse me. Sorry, pal. I already checked all the numbers in memory. Impressive. You're quite the detective. Oh, here. You can have the phone back. There weren't any suspicious call records in there after all. Okay. I don't know why he wouldn't have checked the call records. I took a... What was it? Class was that? I don't know. I took a class in high school. And one of the first things we did was like a fake murder thing. And one of the first things they had us do was go through their phone and look at the recorded messages. I don't know why he wouldn't do that. I guess I've asked all the questions I need to do. You all done, pal? Yes, thank you. I'll be heading out now. One more thing I wanted to mention to you. I don't suppose you're planning on talking to that witness. Anyway, you better not. No influencing the witness with your lawyerly ways. This game is so picky about what you have to do and when. Sorry, lol. It's not your fault. Come to think of it, I'd completely forgotten about her. The witness? Yeah, Miss April May. I'm sorry about this, but I can't tell you anything about her. Well, you just told me your name. Miss May, huh? So you sent her home already then? You're trying your lawyerly tricks on me now. She's not going to go outside her room until the trial. So she's still in the hotel across the way. I guess I should know better than to try and get a detective to leak information. You got that right, pal. time to pay a visit to Miss May. We already saw all this at the beginning. Yeah, we saw all that already. Well, hello there. You're the lawyer, aren't you? The detective told me. He said, don't say nothing to that lawyer, pal. Gee, this is all like something out of a movie. It's all so exciting I can hardly contain myself. Let me go freshen up so I can look the part of the beautiful eyewitness. I pity the lawyer that has to cross-examine this one. The flowers are fake, as expected. I know sunflowers and tulips, but that's about the extent of my floral knowledge. A still scene painting. Wait, should that be still life? Whatever, one of those is hanging on the wall. A bottle and 2 glasses are on the table. Somebody must be staying with her. The late summer sunlight streams through the window. There's the Fang Co. Law Offices building. Of course. You can see the inside of the room pretty clearly from here. I think it would be a little difficult to recognize a face from this distance, though. I mean, I feel like if she could recognize, then she'd be freaking out. Considering she seemed to only call the police after Phoenix had been there. A simple bet. It's been recently made. Nothing eye-catching here. There's a screwdriver stuck in this drawer. I wonder what's inside. Let's take a look. Hey! What are you doing? No touching. You really shouldn't pry around other people's rooms now. You wouldn't want to make me upset, would you? I wonder what could be inside the drawer. Do you think you could tell me something? I need you to describe what you observed at the time of the incident. Observed? Incident? You sound just like a lawyer in the movies. I like a man with a big vocabulary. You know that thing that, happened the other day? The bad thing. What did you see when it happened? I don't suppose you could tell me about it. Let me see. If you want to know, you'll just have to come to the court tomorrow, Mr. Lawyer. Could you just... Who exactly are you? Mr. Lawyer, are you hitting on me? No, hey, I'm just doing my job here. You know, you're cute when you blush. Right, can you just tell me what it is you do? Well... No. And you had your little hopes up, didn't you? Man, I don't want to deal with this character anymore. I liked it better when I didn't have to see her. I see, there are 2 glasses on the table. Is someone staying here with you? What amazing powers of observation. You must be one of those famous detectives, like on television. Oh no, not me. I am just the lawyer. Say, Mr. Big Detective, why don't you go look for clues in the garbage, Miss May doesn't like nosy little lawyers. Can I present things to her? Excuse me, but I'm a witness, police witness. You understand? How could I possibly give you any information in good conscience? Me, the witness. It's just like the movies. Is she gonna say that for everything? Yeah. I'm just gonna run through it real quick. Just to make sure. Okay. Anything new? No. Seems like Mr. Grossberg is out. Well, maybe I should just wait here for him to come back. So, you're the one they say has been looking for me. Yes, that's me. He looks even grander than I imagined. Ah, so it was not the Miles Edgeworth guy. That badge on your collar. Ah, so you're a lawyer. Are you now? And what do you want? I'm not particularly busy these days. Please proceed. Not busy? Then how come no one could get in touch with you? Something the matter? You came to see the one and only Marvin Grossberg, did you not? Well, here I am, boy. What do you want? Out with it. Sir, actually, it's about Maya. Maya Fey. Ah, yes. Maya Fey. Go on. Why the strange reaction? I'm really quite busy here, son. I can't go taking cases on a day's notice. No, it's quite impossible. Wait a second. How did you know the trial was tomorrow? Anyway, I'm afraid it's entirely impossible for me to represent her. Sorry, end of discussion. He refused me before I even got a chance to ask him. What do I tell Maya? How can you just refuse like that? Please, tell me why you won't take the case. Well, you see, it's just, I'm busy. But the client is Maya Fey's sister. Maya trusted you. She knew her sister would be in good hands. Yes, of course, I know that. However, I'm sorry, but I must refuse. Fine. I don't have time to argue with you anyway. I'll go look elsewhere. Did you say something? I think not, I said. What do you mean? I'm terribly, terribly sorry, but I'm afraid that no lawyer worth their salt will take on this particular case. Terribly sorry. Why? I cannot say. I beg your pardon? But could you leave? I've nothing more to discuss with you. Oh, this is about the mother. How did you know Mia Fey? She worked here, a long time ago. Quite the apprentice, that one. Learned my techniques in the blink of an eye. She left one day, quite suddenly. She had a mission, you see. You could see it in her eyes. She followed it with a burning passion. Never looked back, that one. That's quite a painting. You notice. It's my pride and joy. Impressive, isn't it? Well, isn't it? The color of the sky, the hue of the sea, the weave of the straw hat. It's worth at least 3 million. I have no intention of parting with it, of course. It's a lot of money. No, I won't sell it, not even to you. I wasn't interested. It's not for sale. I'm not buying. Present evidence, maybe? Very sorry, but I've got nothing to say. Oh, I was gonna say that about everything too. Probably. Okay. Let's go to the detention center. Dang, we got like 18 minutes until she's out of time for finding a lawyer. Did you find the lawyer? Well, let's see. I really don't think you should use that guy. He didn't seem healthy. He was all skin and bones. What really happened? You don't mean he refused to help? I see. I've been abandoned. Then. Just a little longer now before the state-appointed lawyer comes, I guess. What should I do now? No way that conversation took 18 minutes. I've made up my mind. I'm going to defend you, whether you want me to or not. Why? Why? Well, I don't know. To be honest, I don't know. You don't know. Is this girl sitting in front of me the killer? All the evidence seems to say yes. But there's something about this whole thing that smells fishy. That witness's strange behavior, was that all an act? And the way that Lord refused to help out Maya. Well, more than all that, she has no one left to help her. Nothing is more sad or more lonely than that. I don't know. I've been there a long, long time ago. Why did I become a lawyer in the first place? Because someone has to look out for the people who have no one on their side. There's only one thing I know for certain. I won't abandon you. You can count on me. That's so kind of you. Well, let's fight this one and get you out of here. She looks like an entirely different person. She smiled several times. I don't know what he's talking about. One last question. You are innocent, right? Yes. And I trust you. So you trust me too, okay? It's a deal. So, what next? There's something that's been bugging me. Just what was inside that strange woman's drawer? It was when I tried to look into the drawer that she got all defensive. There has to be something in there. Anything else I can talk to her about? No. Oh, the phone? Did I already show her that? Hey, I got your cell phone back. Oh. Can I listen to my sister's voice? I'm not reading all that. Thank you. Okay. I guess back to the hotel? It's where it seemed to point. Good afternoon, sir. Excuse me, you are... I beg your pardon, sir. I am the bellboy of this establishment, at your service. Oh, right. I've just come up to deliver room service. Do you know where Miss May might be? I believe our guest Miss May is currently using the, facilities. So if you've no need of anything, I'll be taking my leave. Please, stay as long as you like. Enjoy. Wait, no, hey. Why does it seem like every time I come here, I end up embarrassing myself? I almost forgot. You came back quick. Might I ask you to inform Miss May that there is a message for her? Please tell her that Mr. White of Blue Corp phoned. Oh, right, sure. Mr. White of Blue Corp? Where have I heard that name? That was his name. My sister told me. White was the name of the guy who ruined Mia and Maya's mother. Could it be a coincidence? There's a screwdriver sticking out of that half-open drawer. Now is my chance to see what's inside. What do we have here? A wire trap? Or a tap? What would a woman like her be doing with a thing like this? definitely something suspicious about this Miss May. Why would she have something like this in her hotel room? There's a story behind all this. I know it. Alright. I'll be using this bit of evidence in tomorrow's trial, that's for sure. For mine sake, I'll get to this woman's bottom. Wait, I mean... Oh, bellboy. Still there? I look forward to oh my gosh. Reading is not it for me tonight. To be continued. We got about 15-ish minutes. And then I gotta go to bed. The court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey. Prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Oh, there he is. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Wells Edgeworth. I'd better not show any signs of weakness today, or it'll be on me in an instant. Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder, and we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then. You may call your first witness. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. Sir, my name is Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. Detective Gumshoe. Please describe for us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. I'm going to use this floor map of the office to explain. The body was found by this window here. And the cause of death? The loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the thinker found next to the body. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon even in a girl's hands. Hold on. I thought it was due the blunt force trauma or something. Yeah, single blunt force trauma, not blood loss. The court accepts the statue as evidence. They're still calling it a statue. Floor plans added to the court record. Now, detective. Yes, sir. You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were two people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why, we had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. The very moment, you say? Very well, Mr. Wright. You may begin your cross-examination. I saw enough. Hey, Maya just threw something at me. What's this? My sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness's testimony. She would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked lots of times. Huh. I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Something the matter? No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. There were two people already there, the defendant and the lawyer. Why, we had a witness describing her. The witness saw Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. Hold on, just 1 second. If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it. Did I say that? Me? I heard you say it. You did say it. You said it. Exactly what about the suspicious woman in pink's claim was hard evidence? Miss May isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't pink, pal. Well, I guess she is pink. That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective? I guess my pressing can have its advantages. Yes. Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. I handed that to him. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. How you like that? That's my hard evidence. I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor. Why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence the first time? I know, I'm real embarrassed. I forgot about it, Your Honor. Try to be more careful. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. That's what I made present. Detective Gumshoe, do you get a lot of cases where the victim actually writes the killer's name? Sure, it happens all the time in books and the movies. This isn't a movie, Detective. Let's talk about reality, shall we? I guess I haven't heard of many cases, no. Don't you find it a little odd that the victim would write down a name? Especially the name of her own sister. Yeah, actually. You got a point, pal. Objection! Stop right there. The witness's opinion on the matter is irrelevant. Facts are clear. The victim wrote down the name of the accused. The victim told us the name of her killer. Order. That's right, what he said. I have evidence. Where is it? Autopsy. Objection! Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note. That she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey. That's really what you're saying? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have? You have it backwards, Detective. Backwards. The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, Detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately. But no butting your way out of this one, Detective. The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have the time to write anything down. Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? When? The day of, or it was the day after? It was the day after the murder. prosecution's point being that autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. The second autopsy was performed yesterday, at my request. Death was almost immediate due to the blow of one object. But there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning. Your Honor, it is quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all. I see. Why, Mr. Wright? You look shocked. Something you want to say? Can we see that one? Nope. So we don't get to see his. The detective's a sham. Dude, I don't know. All of these are not something I would say as a lawyer. What reason could you possibly have had to request a second autopsy report? Mr. Wright, the defense will refrain from personal attacks on the prosecution. No matter, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, say what you will. The evidence in this report is undeniable. Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood. The court accepts the evidence. So I can see it now. Where do I go from now? The evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. I suppose that's an obvious conclusion, yes. Darn, this isn't good. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand. Witness, your name, please. April May, at your service. An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking. Yes, Your Honor. Fine, did we ever figure out what this thing is? No? Okay. She's already captured the heart of every man in the court. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred? I was in my hotel room. I checked in right after lunch. And this hotel is directly across from the Fang Co. law offices. That's right, big boy. Oh. Please testify to the court about what you saw. It was 9 o'clock at night. I looked out the window, and then I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. And then the woman dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. And the woman with the long hair, she kinda slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy witsy. Well, Your Honor, I see. It's a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any. Wait, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright? What about my cross-examination? I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite firm, didn't you? Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Mia Fey's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding the tiny faults in perfectly good testimony. How dare you? Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness? I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination. She has to have some weakness. Very well. You may begin with your cross-examination. How do you know she was the defendant? Well, you know, she had a girlish physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know, okay? There was only one person at the scene of the crime with a short, girlish figure. Testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor. Question the testimony. Hold on a minute. That testimony stinks. Miss May, I'm willing to bet that. Did you really see the defendant at all? Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this? Yes, what is the meaning? Somebody tell me because I'm clueless about this. Okay, if you had really witnessed my client, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis, except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. Testimony is bogus. But still, we don't know if she was dressed that way on the night of the murder. She was, Your Honor. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May? What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary. Miss May, the court would like to remind you, please omit nothing in your testimony. I'm sorry. Your testimony again, if you would. I did see everything. I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did. That clock. That kind of statuey clock. The finger, I think. Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you? How would you know it's a clock? I see. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin with the cross-examination. Nobody has mentioned it's a clock yet. A clock? Well, don't look so sour, Mr. Lawyer. You can't win them all. No, how did you know it was a clock? Right, as in your right, as you looked from the hotel? Which hand do I hold my knife in again? Right, it was my right hand. Satisfied, Mr. Wright? Please continue. How convenient for you to remember her hippie clothes. That's what that's what she was wearing. Oh, and her hair was all done up like a bun. What happened then? She hit her with that weapon. I saw it. Where did this weapon come from? She picked it up from the desk. I see. What sort of weapon was it? I did press her on everything. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that statement contradicts this evidence. It does? Dude, I don't know either. I'm just trying. I'm not very good at this. I think we might have to like stop and call it a night because it's after my time anyway and I have absolutely no idea. So I'm gonna switch this over to here. Hold on, I'm gonna save the game. I can also switch back to my normal guy. Alright. Put our background music back on. Not so dramatic. Kind of just chill for a minute. That was interesting. I had a lot of fun. You gotta present the clock. Well, now you tell me. I already saved the game and exited it. Oh, don't say that. No. Oh, I need to ban that word. Finn says that all the time. Anyway. You really should have told me before I exited the game, though. I will do that next time. But now you guys gotta wait 2 weeks. Because I'm on a schedule here. Which I can actually show. Maybe. What happened to my pictures? Oh no. Hold on. Oh, fixed it. Don't know what happened to the picture, but I got it back. Oh, now I'm on the wrong stream schedule. Yes, that one. Okay. 2 weeks, yeah. I told you, I'm on a schedule here. So, every week is pretty much the same. The messages send like a whole minute slow. It's not my fault. Well, don't know what to tell you. I was struggling for a bit though. But yeah, we have this one, and then I can also pull up our next schedule as well for next week. That way you can see it's 2 whole weeks. There we go. Next time we'll be doing it is on the 22nd. I know it's a while, but I mean, it's kind of just how it works here. I play a lot of different games. But I don't work a ton, which I guess this week I'm not working a ton, but in general, if I didn't work a ton, we could do games more often. Elijah wouldn't give me his phone. It's okay. I'm not too worried about it. And we can play this outside a stream on like a different save file. Because I see you guys in person, so it's not that big of a deal. I wanted to help, but my phone is what's streaming to the TV. Oh, you're all watching? Well, hello, all of you. My parents do that too. They'll sit upstairs on the big screen TV and just watch my stream in silence. They won't even say anything. Although sometimes one of them will come down and be like, hey, you're doing something wrong. But yeah. Next week though, not next week, on Wednesday, we are doing Wobble Dogs. And I got so many to add. Let me put this one back up. Because how I do the Wobble Dogs is I name the dogs after all of the follows. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more to add. That's too many. I don't think we're gonna get through them all, because we had 7 to add last time, we didn't get through them all. Unless we spend the entire time just breeding dogs. Which sounds weird, I know, but it's a fun game. And hopefully we can get through some of the achievements. Because one of the ones I need to advance in the game, like, at all, and it's one of the easiest ones to get if you start at the beginning. So maybe we'll do that. Oh, that's gonna take a while. But I think that's about all I can do, because I would like to go to bed. I am exhausted. I know I'm normally up later than this, but I'm tired. I'm gonna go pass out upstairs in the nice air-conditioned room with my glow-in-the-dark dinosaur blanket. So, all of my little end things. I guess go follow all my socials. They're somewhere in the chat thanks to Stream Elements. And this will be up on the archive on YouTube, which is the most recent one from Stream Elements in the chat. This will be up tomorrow at 1 p.m. I'll be using that cool thumbnail I sent you, Callie. And you guys are welcome to join me like on a call next week or something. Not next week, but the next time we do this. Because I'm not smart enough for this game. You guys are totally welcome to join me. Anything else? I don't think so. I had a lot of fun. I hope all of you did too. Thank you for joining me. And I will see you hopefully on Wednesday. Bye!
you